In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. Holy Spirit, three in one. How He spoke and it was done. This is how it was all begun. Yes, everything was made through Him. For that without Him there is nothing that was made. Was made.
Welcome, welcome. Yes, welcome, welcome. Get your coffee, get your tea. Yes, I'm your host. I'm Dorothy Hart, and it's our time to get together. It's the gospel show. I want you to enjoy the sounds of Kirk Whalum today. This is the gospel according to jazz. So as we sit tonight, we're going to be listening to the sounds of Kirk Whalum in the background. I want to say welcome. Get your coffee, get your tea, invite your friends, go to the kitchen, grab you something to drink, whatever you like. Tonight I'm going to have some water because I like my water intake today. So I'm going to try to replace that now. But it is my pleasure to be with you. This is season 3, episode 6. So tonight we're going to be talking about enduring through the seasons of change. Enduring through the seasons of change. And I don't want to be here with you long. I don't want to be here with you long at all tonight. So usually I keep you for a while, but I'm not going to keep you for very long tonight. So we're going to, as I said, we're talking about enduring through the seasons of change. Share, like, invite your friends, and let them know that your host of the Gossip Show is on, and we are talking change. Tonight, I want to help you build your faith and understand how to manage and grow during your crisis. You know, we all go through crises and through changes in our life. You know, things are happening every day with our children, with our spouses, on the job, with associates, with our girlfriends, with our guy friends, people we hang out with, just everything chaotic with our bills. You know, something is always taking place in our life. But we gotta know how to endure when these things happen, right? So tonight we're gonna, what we should do. You know, the Word of God tells us in Ecclesiastes 3:1, well, you know, I cannot share this with you without sharing the Word of God because this is the God Sip Show. So the word I have for you tonight is Ecclesiastes 3:1, and it says, "To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven." Okay, so we're under the heaven. So to everything that's going on in our life, there's a season and there's a time to every purpose under the heaven. So there's a benefit to all those seasons and the things that we go through. Nothing is permanent, and God has let us know that. There's nothing permanent in our life but God Himself and His promises. Okay, so we have to build our relationship with God so that we can have that permanent stability in our life. But our seasons are not permanent. They're going to pass. God promised us that nothing is permanent. So let's look forward to that. Nothing is permanent. It's a season. It's going to change. All right? So whatever you're going through is only temporarily. It doesn't matter what's happening. It's going to change. Yes, it's going to change. You got to believe that. But just know that every season in your life has power to it. So when you grow and you develop, you are learning to identify the power in that tragedy, the power in that beautiful incident, the power in that birth of a child, the power in a marriage, the power when you get a new job, a promotion. You begin to see the power you have because you're thinking about God, what is it I can learn from this? And how I can grow from this, and how I can develop, how my life can be more. Okay, so every time we have a different season happening in our life, it guarantees that we're getting ready to change. Just like a butterfly changes and grow, and you see those different phases of it changing, and then it turns into this beautiful butterfly. If we just endure, our situation would turn into this beautiful moment that we've just experienced. So no matter the good or the bad, it will change. Yes, it will change. So seasons give us hope. They give us hope. So once we realize that they're there to give us hope, we'll endure and we'll deal with them differently. We have winter, we have spring, we have summer, and we have fall. They're all seasons and they change. So will your life circumstances change. It's just temporary. Okay? Yes. As I said, we're listening to the sounds of Kirk Whalum tonight. I hope you're enjoying it in the background. So when I gossip, I like to have me some music going and just relax and just meditate on the Word of God. You know, hey, Kirk Whalum is good when you're having company over, or if you're single, when you're dating. Kirk Whalum is good. It's a good relaxing music. It's a good dinner music, you know. So you enjoy the sounds of Kirk Whalum tonight. No, I do not own the rights to this music, but I'm enjoying it. All right. So let's get back to seasons. All right. You have hope through these seasons. Okay. Your hope in God. God has made promises to you. If you have faith and you believe and you keep your hope high, all right, you will maintain through these seasons. Okay. You switch your wardrobe out when the seasons change. You know, when the summer comes, you get your bathing suit out. All right. So when it's the summer get ready to leave, you switch from your summer clothes into your winter clothes. Okay. So you never get rid of one. You just switch them out and put them back. Right. All right. So, but they never stay. Summer never stays. Winter never stays. Fall never stays. You know, spring never stays. They all switch out. Everything is seasonal. Unemployment is seasonal in our life. And like I said, nothing stays the same, you know. So there's a season for you to switch in your life. So that's why we're talking about this tonight, because I want you all to switch in your life. Get ready for big things to happen. Now is the time for you to receive everything that God has in store for you. All right. So you got to tap in and know how to endure when those crises come. I don't want you to get depressed and be stressed out over sad things that's happening in your life, because seasons are always temporary. Seasons are always temporary. All right. So it's not a permanent condition. It's not going to be there forever. And when you're with God, you have no crisis. You don't see them as crisis. You have to outlast seasons. You can't give up. You can't cave in, and you can't quit. You got to be patient, and you got to organize yourself to outlast the seasons. Seasons will give you incentives to plan for your future. Okay, so if you meditate and endure and stand still and watch the hand of God in your season, you'll begin to plan for your future differently and better. Okay? So when the summer comes, and at the end of summer, they put out winter clothes. They start putting them out early, right? So if we see a sweater or a coat in the store and we like it, we grab it. We start shopping early for the summer. I know I love going into TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and I even like Ross, yeah, and Dillard's. All of those stores are my stores. You know, even some other stores I won't name, because, you know, I don't want anybody saying anything about where I shop, but if I can, I will, okay? But we go and we shop early. We shop clearances. We shop the sale rack. We get it and we say we might not wear it right now. We're going to wear it later. You know, we buy when the prices are better. So what we're doing, we're planning for the next phase in our life. That's what we're doing. You're getting ready for what's coming. You know, your ladder, you're getting ready for the ladder, and you're preparing yourself in advance for the ladder. So seasons are always moving, okay? So you don't move. Don't quit. All right? Seasons are going to be moving. So stand still and see what the salvation of the Lord has in store for you. He'll save you through your storm. Seasons are just like hurricanes. So, they tell you to evacuate, but when you're going through a season, don't move too fast. Don't move too fast. Don't move like a hurricane. Trust God that this too shall pass in your life. He's got you, and he's going to make everything all right. So whatever is coming your way, it's going to pass. Just trust God. Don't stress out. Have faith. Get into the word of God. Find the scriptures that align with what you're going through and confess those scriptures. Put them on your mirror, in your bathroom, on the refrigerator, wherever, and in your car, on your dashboard, in the car, say them while you're going to work, I want you all to get in a place in your life that you never respond permanently to a temporary problem. Yes, because your life isn't finished. And a lot of times we get off the path where God is trying to take us, and we jump over here on the fast lane because we're moving like a hurricane. Yeah. And we mess up, and we make a permanent condition out of a temporary experience. That's what happened in a lot of relationships and a lot of marriages, okay? We make a permanent condition out of a temporary fling or a temporary experience. And people get divorced. They break up. They separate. Families are destroyed. Children's hearts are broken. All right? So you go on a job. For one season of that job, everything is going well and you're doing great. But then the manager tells you, okay, you did good on that project that I gave you. I want to move you over here. But if you haven't prayed about it and you haven't heard from God, don't move. It could have been just a season. You have to keep your faith whenever you're going through a crisis and anything in your life is going on. You have to have faith in God, Just like when the summer comes, you don't get rid of, take your mink coat to the Goodwill, do you? You don't take your fur and give it away and donate it to the homeless, do you? No. You stand still and wait, have faith and believe the season is going to change and you'll be able to use it again. Yes, you will. Okay? There's a time to reap. That's a season. There's a time to laugh. That's a season. There's a time to mourn. That's a season. Where did I get that from? That's the word of God. That's in Ecclesiastes 3 and 4. And it comes out of the King James Version. And it sounds like this. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. So you're going to cry, you're going to laugh, you're going to mourn, and you're going to dance. You're going to rejoice. A time to dance, that's a season in your life that you're going to be going through. Prepare yourself to endure through crisis and endure through the seasons, the good times and the bad. There's a time to get, that's a season. And there's a time to lose, that's a season. That's the word of God. It's in Ecclesiastes 3 and 6. It says a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away. These are all seasons in your life when there's a shift about to take place. The shift takes place. You have to endure and stand still and wait on God. Trust him to get you through it. Don't give up. Don't cave in so quick. Don't worry when you're sad. You're going to be happy again. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Let go of all the stress. Stop worrying. The evidence of our relationship with God is not measured by what we have, what we're able to do, and how good we're able to look. We don't have to have it, for God to be there for us. He's going to be there for us anyway. Okay? And when we don't have it, it doesn't mean that we did something wrong. It doesn't mean that God is punishing us. God don't punish us like that. It's a season that you're going through. And as we grow and mature in our relationship with God, we learn how to endure through those seasons of change. There's not a test or temptation that comes that are not common to all men. That's the word of God. The trying of your faith works patience. What am I saying? Patience brings forth more faith. Your belief is strong. Okay. Your faith brings forth more patience. Okay. It brings forth more growth. It brings forth more stability. You know, you can stand still like God because God is constant. He's the only permanent thing that we have. God allows seasons in our life to come to test our faith. Are you in a position to be tested? Are you strong enough? Have you spent enough time with Him so that your faith can be tested? In other words, your belief is being tested. So you have to prepare yourself by getting into the Word of God. We all have seasons of rough patches in our life. And so we have to keep our faith in the midst of the storms. No matter what happens and no matter what's going on, we have to maintain our faith. Don't let nothing distract us. You may be experiencing a broke season, you know, no money in the bank, your checking account's overdrawn, you ain't got no food in the kitchen. All of us have gone through that at some point in time in our life. Some of the multimillionaires that we have has gone through that in their life at some season. Okay? But know that God's got you. He's not punishing you. It doesn't mean that something is wrong with us or something is wrong with you. That's not what it's saying. We just have to trust God to just, you know, take care of us. We have to believe God with our life. Yeah. We got to live by faith and not by what we have, not by the monies in our bank accounts, not by the monies in our wallet, not, you know, a lot of people live by money and forget about God. They start serving mammon. That's a whole nother subject. So I say this to you tonight. Where's your faith? I want you to think about that. How big is your faith? How big is your faith? Where's your faith? Who are you believing? And what are you allowing to distract you? What are you stressing about? Endure through the Word of God, through your crisis with the Word of God. Endure through your crisis with the Word of God. Apply the Word of God to your life. Okay? Trust Him. He's going to get you through. Where's your faith? And how big is your faith? Ponder that thought. Ponder that thought. I'm your host. I'm Dorothy Hart. And it was my pleasure gossiping with you on tonight. I'll see you next week. Are your friends? As we go out, we'll go out with Kurt Wayland tonight. Yeah. Where's your faith? You can do it through your crisis. Mm-hmm. Every shift and every season is an opportunity for change, development, and growth. And it begins right now. We can all expand. I love you all. I'll see you next week.